Bulls up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, the season...
Downtown Detroit shining brightly tonight. What a look at the motors. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then it's White, then it's Young, and it's Best in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Maker, and it's Rose in at point. Smitty, we know these two teams struggling right now, but just generally, what do teams do to get out of a slump?
You know, what I think they do is you have a lot of communication amongst each other. You just keep playing hard, usually playing hard, being competitive, and you get a couple wins. You need a couple wins, and then I think it can change around.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Here's Griffin. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And as much as Griffin has worked on his perimeter game, this is where he makes his money, in the painted area.
Porter passes to Best. Bulls moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's White, and the jumper falls for him.
The nasty handles of White, just so gifted at putting on a show with moves like that.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I did speak with the Pistons head coach for a little while. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere and distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. And he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
White against Rose. Outside Griffin. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to... survey the floor.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Rose from downtown. Porter pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Best passes to Young. And he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Rose against White. Looking to end the run, and Rose with the lay-in.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
Levine passes to White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. White's got his second bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Rose in the post. White's there. Pass to Griffin. It's Kennard, top of the key. Now here's Maker, covered by Best. Kennard, the pass to Maker. Excellent D there from Best. Well, Greg, you might know more about this than me, but the rumor is that Shea will be on the cover of NBA 2K21. I mean, what an honor.
I saw some behind-the-scenes footage of Shea doing some mocap for 2K, and I just can't imagine wearing that wetsuit covered in ping pong balls is comfortable. Great chance for Shea to increase his presence, though.
Very shifty with his handles, very clever. Containing Derrick Rose is never easy.
From the stripe. Best can't hit. Pistons trail by 8. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And the dunk by Maker.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Best. 23 points for him the last game against Indiana.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Snell, the pass to Rose. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Best's got 4 rebounds in this game. White can't hit that one. And Detroit the other way now. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
I think they had some key takeaways from that one. Things they did well and things they can improve upon.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Porter mixing it up inside, drawing the foul. Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
And he knocks down the first one. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 34-point game against Cleveland. Sinks the three-pointer.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
And Maker sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Young passes to Levine. Tries again. And good. A nice layup that time from Best.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Rose scanning the floor. Outside for Griffin for the 3. Rebound by Best. Chicago leading by 7. Back to White. The pass to Best. And here's Levine. Pass to Best. Here's White. Drops in the tray. White's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Maker. 11-point game his last outing. Passes it to Kennard. Nice D from Porter.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Best passes to Levine. Here's Best. Clock at 6. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's White. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. We see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
And slam dunk by Henson.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam to the left side wing. Here's Hutchison. The 17-footer goes down. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Pass to Wood. Here's Galloway. Satoransky covering. There's the pass to Henson. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Galloway. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. The shot's good from Henson.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. It's a 10-point game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Man, they are just living at the line. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Mikhailuk. No points in the game yet for him. Galloway taking his time here. Rebound by Best. Best's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Carter. Good on the bucket.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Galloway. After the made shot from Wendell Carter. Wood kicks to Galloway. 5 on the clock. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Bulls leading by 12. Satoransky the pass to Best. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Langston Galloway with a nice assist. Hopefully we can see more of this.
Here's Best, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
That free throw good from Best. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
Henson's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
You know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Now, here's Satoransky, following the miss by John Henson. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. The shot by Valentine, no good. Pistons trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Galloway, the pass to Mikhailuk. Passes it to Galloway. The shot busts the J after the cagey pass fake. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
The Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's check. Well, Langston Galloway not the most efficient scorer, but he'll eat minutes for you.
Yeah, Galloway not a player you want taking a ton of shots overall, but he can hit from outside if you give him a look. That's really his best shot.
Chicago's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Baker out there with Wood, and it's Rose in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Kennard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Inside, and finished off by Porter.
Did that 7'1" wingspan come in handy? Porter, a legit threat to score anytime he gets around the rim.
Now here's Rose. 11 points in the game. Pass to Maker. Lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Bulls. Best's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Young passes to Best. Stolen by Rose. From deep. Kennard's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it. If it owns it. Wow! He went high.
That was nice.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Kennard kicks to Wood. Here's Kennard, guarded by Levine. They need this, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Maker.
Trying to become a more consistent offensive threat. That's the range you like to see Thon Maker own.
Now the feed to Levine. Down low, Best. Back to Levine. Six to shoot. On the wing, Levine. Rebound by the Pistons.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Back to Snell. Feet away. Good on the jump shot. And now it's just a 4-point Chicago lead.
Beautiful looking shot from Snell. You have to respect his jumper.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Maker passes to Rose. Here's Snell, guarded by Porter. Snell kicks to Kennard. From deep, Rose. He doesn't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lets a floater go, and the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Snell.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for White. He's averaging 8 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Murray's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Wood. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
So smooth in the air. It's like Zach LaVine floats up, then drops the hammer.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing here by 8. To the paint. And Maker the bucket on the assist by Rose. And that's now 9 points for Thon Maker.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And that matchup against the Sixers, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Detroit. Griffin on the double team. Here's Levine. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Here's Rose. That one wide left.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Young trying to break free. Best can't hit. Pistons trail by 9. The pass to Kennard. 1:12 left in the first half. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Good on the three-point shot. Rose has got a pair of triples in the second now for Detroit. The Bulls leading by 6. To the inside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Rose. Drops in the layup for 2. Rose has got 12 now in this quarter.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
So for the Pistons, Doomboy is checked in for Tony Snell. Brown comes in for Luke Kennard. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Carter's checked in. Here's Galloway. White covering. Right side, Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. The shot missing. Chicago leading.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
This is his first free throw of the game. He hits the second from the line. Here's Satoransky, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Yo, guys, give me a second. I like the communication.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Best.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And small forward and power forward, Hoarder and Young. And it's Best in at the 5 down low.
A great feed, and that assist gives him a triple-double. You gotta love that kind of player, able to get it done in just about every facet.
Here's Rose. It's deflected, but they get it back. Kennard, the pass to Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Young's shot is off.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Akers checked in for Doumbouya.
Back on the floor.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And it's blocked by Best. Here's White. Another shot. And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
Here's Kennard. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
People wondered how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from L.A. to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops are not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
And Maker sends it back. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. It's Snell. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Snell's got 6.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Pass to Best. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's good. And 12 points for Thaddeus Young.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Passes it to Maker. Over Best. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Converting through contact, Maker's a competitive kid who will not shy away.
And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together. A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Five to shoot. Inside. Here's Kennard. Yes! And the foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Best's shot is good. Best's got 24.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Outside Rose. Maker passes to Snell. It's Kennard, top of the key. White against Rose. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Best. And they're on the break. And here we go. Shot's good from Young. Now here's Rose. 21 points in the game. Left side, Griffin. The kick out to Rose. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
White against Rose. White, good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Rose passes to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
You can fall in love with floating around the perimeter. I like it when Maker attacks the rim.
Pass to Porter. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
Off on the timing, or...
And the Pistons with possession here. 6-point game. Brown finds Galloway. And the pass to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Now the dish to Maker. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Snell, no good. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Missed. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Bulls lead by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then there's Maker. And it's Galloway in a point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Man, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one drops. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
It was crucial to add to their lead and make it a 2-possession game. And he did enough there at the line to make that happen.
Pass to Brown. Maker kicks to Galloway. Back to Maker. The 3-ball. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists tonight.
Fluid on the shot. Nice follow through. Maker sneaky from out there.
Out left to the wing. Here's Best. And the shot is long. The Pistons trailing. Right wing. Maker. No one around him. And another 3 for Detroit.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porter's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
This is where I like to see Porter spend more of his time, looking for his shot in the painted area.
There's the 3. Galloway, no good. The Bulls shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. And there it is for him. Satoransky's got his first bucket in this one.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
Galloway, the pass to Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Griffin is just fearless. I mean, a guy who is not scared of anything. That was ridiculous.
And Brown over to help. And a wide open look for Porter. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Brown outside. Kicks it to Griffin. Here's Galloway. Detroit getting another chance here. Doubled by Best. Passes to Brown. Second chance shot. And there's another one for the Pistons. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. Here's Best. And Maker sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. And Chicago also making a switch. White's checked in. Bulls moving the ball around. Maker with the double team. And White kicks to Porter. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
In the corner, Snell with it. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Snell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pistons.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Now Brown. Pass to Kennard. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
He has led this team in rebounding and also taken on the role of enforcer.
Brown the pass to Snell. He feeds it to Maker over Porter. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Puts it up from 12. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Doubled by Best. Outside Griffin. Here's Kennard. To the middle. Here's Brown. Banked in off the glass. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Back to White. Outside Porter. 7-foot shot, and the jumper is on the mark. Best's got 27. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Kennard the pass to Maker. No good that time. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Although Porter's a good bet to make that shot, it's a play you can run for him time and time again.
Out to the wing. Left side, Griffin. Markkanen pulls it in.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in.
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. You know, he's a triple threat in the open court. He can beat you from the inside, outside, and everything in between.
Outside Griffin. To the inside. Maker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That free throw good from Maker. And the Pistons making a change here. Rose is checked in. Young's checked in for the Bulls.
When you watch Lowry Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Inside. Maker with the double team. Young inside. Defended by Griffin. Young's shot is off. Kennard the pass to Rose. He dishes it to Griffin. Snell kicks to Kennard. Over Levine. Kennard's shot is off. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
The Bulls have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Best. Feeds it to Young. And Young slams it home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Down low, there's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
He's off on the first.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 2. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
And Chicago has possession. And for the Bulls, they're shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Outside, Levine. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And there's the feed to Maker. That one doesn't go, so the Bulls will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. Rose with the double team. There's the pass to Porter. And he converts the layup. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble, and he has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
That's good from Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin hits them both. White with it. Here's Best. Nice D from Griffin.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
To the inside, Rose. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Levine up top. Here's Best. Tries again. That's another rebound.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Young. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Poke loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. White's running, and then Levine with the jam.
The coaching staff needs Zach Levine to perform at his best when it matters, and he did it.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Rose. Here's Kennard. Inside. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
To the middle, here's Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Henson's checked in for Thonmaker. And he does get the second one, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Doubled by Best. Passes it to Kennard. Snell from outside. Pistons keep it alive to tie it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When you think of low post scorers, you got to put Griffin down there. Yes, he likes to face up, but with his back to the basket, he's pretty good as well as drawing fouls.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Levine wide open. Off target from 3-point range. Detroit's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Here's Henson, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little, and finally now taking the lead.
And the jam by Levine.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 1. 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the Pistons talked to his team during the break. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Double by Henson, down low. Here's Kennard, defended by Young. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Detroit with the ball. White against Rose. Pistons passing it around. Back to Griffin. Shot clock at 3. And that's an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Pass to Best. He feeds it to Young. Oh, off target.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. The score is tied at 126. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Henson. Here's Kennard. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Little Caesars Arena. You're watching. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And it's going to be the Bulls. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Young and Carter are the big men inside. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the small forward position. Pass to Snell. Rose against White. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back and dreams the jump shot. Rose has got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
The leadership role with Derrick Rose, taking the responsibility of a big possession right there. Put everything on his shoulders.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. To the middle, here's Henson, and John Henson with the slam.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Bulls have gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Here's Best, defended by Henson. Pass to White. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The kick out to Rose. Inside to take the lead, and it's blocked by Best, and he recovers it. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Griffin. Over Young. Griffin's shot is off. The Bulls shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Goes back up. Here's Young. And at last they get one to fall. Young's got 24.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
A pass to Griffin. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 16 points for Blake Griffin.
That's a big bucket for Blake. Teammates have to love that shot.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
He hits the first one, and that gives them the lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Rose passes to Griffin. To the paint. Snell kicks to Rose. Young against Griffin. Good defensive work there by Young. For Chicago, they've gotten off to a 4-for-8 start from the field in overtime. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In his last year of college, Porter got to the line 5 times a game. But in his NBA career, he's gotten there less than 1.5 times a game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Pass to Griffin. Over Young. Griffin's shot is off. Young's shot is off. Here's Kennard. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Feeds it to Young. Here's Best. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Best's got 33.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Rose passes to Griffin.
I tell you what, he earned his money on it.
We're making a switch here. So the first of 3 is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Incredible touch for a big man. Marketing shows it both in the field and at the line.
The second one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that stretches their lead to 8. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 8. 9 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
Here's Mikhailuk over Valentine. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close. Give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve, Anthony, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the...
Hey, man, Kenny here. Great win for your team tonight. But be honest, you had to be a little worried when it went into OT.
I like to say we never lost confidence, but we made mistakes during regulation that we had to clean up, man. No parting fingers at...
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good night.
My game ball goes to...
Hey, I appreciate this, fellas, man. But you know what? This ball just isn't about me. It's about all of us, all right? Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep it pushing, all right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's huddle up. Let's go.
Count it off.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win! Let's keep it going, fellas.
What do you think the key was to your hot scoring tonight?
Making smart decisions, being decisive, knowing where my shots are supposed to come from, and not hesitating when I've got the advantage.